Hello, Matt Poe here. On September 21st, 2009, I sustained an injury while deadlifting. I herniated / ruptured my L4, L5 that resulted in a hematoma that also resulted in a torn piriformis muscle and a damaged tailbone. The rehabilitation has been very extensive. Early morning swims for 2 hours, another 2 hours of physical therapy in the hospital, and then going to lift weights as much as I can, which had been nil at the beginning. And obviously I've been progressing with my friend Wade Johnson. He's not only a friend, he's been a part of a lot of my demonstrations. He spots me. He's part of the shows. He's a champion powerlifter himself, and he's become kind of my coach through this rehabilitation. What I like about Wade is he understands the lumbo-pelvic hip complex. He understands the axial skeletal system, and he understands the strength that I have and the talent I have in overhead pressing. And with an injury like this, the doctors have said that they're not sure if I could overhead press again. Well, I've gone from no overhead pressing again to now I'm doing 225 pounds again over my head. But I have to attribute a lot to Wade Johnson. At the end of the day of my rehab from swimming and therapy, I would and I still do go up to see Wade Johnson, but I do, as I mentioned before, I like the understanding that he has of the musculoskeletal system and physiology, and most importantly, he's just got experience. And the problem I have is the doctors understanding my strength levels. Wade understands the strength level of a powerlifter, and I specialize in overhead pressing, but I powerlift as I do it. It's all powerlifting when you're going for maximum amount of weight. So he's helped me a lot. He's taught me a lot about the reverse hyper and how to slowly get into the reverse hyper as I was rehabbing. The physical therapists aren't going to have a reverse hyper. Most of them don't know about a reverse hyper. And again, my problem with the whole rehab is the therapists and the doctors don't understand my strength levels. So it's been very, very, very hard to connect it with these people during rehabilitation. So it's so refreshing when I go see Wade. But he's held me back from hurting myself again. He's given me good knowledge on reverse hyper. He's been a very good spotter. And that's very, very important during your rehab and during weightlifting. And just a good coach to make sure that my ranges of motion are pain-free and that I'm not doing anything to digress my situation. So I would say in this video that we shot on the reverse hyper, this was a very, very, very painful time for me. And as you can see, I had to step up on a block even to get in the reverse hyper. And I'd never done reverse hyper before. And I talked to Louis Simmons. I talked to a couple other people about the reverse hyper. And it seemed it was just time for me to do it. So, Wade's helped a whole lot in that. And I would say if you're a power lifter or a power athlete, you not only need the doctors and the physical therapists, but you need the practical side of it. And Wade brings that practical side, and he brings the knowledge through experience. And again, he knows the musculoskeletal system and the physiology, which is very, very important when you're rehabbing an injury like this. The back is very, very slow. There's not a lot of blood flow back to that disc, so you got to be very, very careful. It's sort of like a sand dollar between a vice. So I saw Wade out. He's been 100% motivating. I just could trust him that I wasn't going to get hurt again. He's held me back on doing a lot of things, but he's advanced me in areas too. So if you're a power athlete of any kind, any sport, and you undergo an injury like this, I would say try to get a hold of Wade. And he's helped me a whole lot. I've had to totally give myself to him because I coach myself. I'm a champion in the push press. But Wade made it, he enabled me and made it capable to do that. And you just got to get with him and form trust. So I've always trusted Wade, and it's been great. And I'm getting better. I'm about 3 months out from probably lifting heavy again. But anyways, give Wade a chance. Let him look up some information on him. I think he's got more trophies than sand on the beach, and he's got a lot of practical experience. And he's helped me a lot. So this goes out to Wade. I'm pro Wade here. So thank you, Wade. Talk to you later.
Let's just go ahead and do the set. When you're done, I'll talk.
We did a lot of volume, so be patient.
All right, buddy.
You're on. All right. Up. That's the first rep. Now let it swing you a little higher. Let it swing you. Relax and let it swing you. That's 4. Better. Leg straight. That's high enough. Let it swing you, Matt. Forward. One more. Alright, good. Relax. Relax. Alright?
Yeah.
Alright, what we're doing with Matt is that, like we talked in the previous video, is what we're trying to get Matt's legs to get parallel and keep them fairly straight and swing up, and then the momentum, just like a pendulum, let it swing him forward. And now, typically, you'll see an athlete that's uninjured, it'll swing all the way forward and there won't be any problem. But remember, Matt's back is extremely tight. We're still working on him being supple in the hips. So we're letting the weight, controlling it slowly, like a pendulum. And after 3, maybe even 4 swings, gradually getting higher, once we get parallel, he's relaxing enough to let that weight swing him forward and stretching the hips, and more importantly, pushing blood that's going to heal and make him supple in the back. Now you also notice that Matt's stepping up on something. There's no rules when we're trying to do rehab or even get stronger. We have to find every available tool, so nobody's a sissy. It's whatever we have to do to get the job done. So we get it up there where he can get up on it comfortably, because Matt's not at a point where he can just bend his legs and jump up there and do something ballistic. Our job here is to make him stronger and make him better, but we can't do more damage in the process. So we're going to do another set, and what we're going to do, we're going to press to not do more weight. We're going to press to get more range of motion. That's what we discussed. Range of motion is where the strength and the healing is going to come from. So I want to see Matt work on letting that weight swing him more and more forward. We don't have to heave it, and we don't have to control it all the way up. It's using that momentum of the pendulum, and stretch those hips, stretch that lower back.
Tell, lay off.
Yeah. Nice and patient, nice and patient. Alright. You look clear, man. Good. First rep, let it swing. Relax and let it swing you. More forward, Matt, and keep those legs straight. Better. It's 5, it's alright. Best. Now we're getting somewhere, Matt. 2 more. Good. Now relax, relax. Okay, just hang tight. Alright. So what you're seeing now is the second set. Matt's coming back. We've got more blood flow going on, and it's getting easier and easier for him to increase the range of motion. 50 pounds is all the weight we're using. We're not looking to put a giant bunch of weight on there. That's not what this is about. So again, with an injury, we want to be sure that we're careful to get Matt on the machine where he is stable, where he is in control, and then we're being very gradual, range of motion, to get to that first rep. You're not getting on there and just heaving the weight up and doing something ballistic. Those are the types of movements right now that we're trying to avoid, so we don't do more damage or we undo all of his hard work. So, in review, very gradual, be pendulum in motion, and let that weight swing you forward. It's going to pump blood, make those hips nice and supple, and help you heal. All right, until next time, folks. Thanks.